I don't know about you, but for most of my life, Romania was not somewhere I knew much about. I probably couldn't have pointed it out on a map, and if I did, I would have associated it with castles and vampires. But when an opportunity presented itself to join 15 of my fellow students and staff from Millar to go and see Romania, I had to join. World missions is one of Millar College of the Bible's core values, and trips like this one allow students to experience world missions firsthand. It also helps them discern if God is calling them into missions. Along the way, we learned a lot about the people of this beautiful country and the things that God is doing there. This video shows a few of the amazing things that happened on that trip. Our journey began on April 24th when we boarded a plane in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, heading for Romania. 19 hours later, after 2 short layovers in Toronto and Munich, we landed in Romania without issue. Even though we were tired, we jumped into the vans and headed to Draganac, a small town where we would spend the first 2 weeks of our trip. After a quick orientation, our team had the opportunity to put on a youth event alongside the established ministry of Catalyst, a youth ministry run by some local Romanian missionaries. They are boldly sharing Christ in a place that is largely hardened to the gospel, and youth events are one way of reaching the people around them. This was a great first experience as it allowed us to use some of our group's strengths while learning about the new culture. We had a blast singing songs, performing drives, and sharing about Jesus with the youth. We also got to play some games with the kids, and our team had a blast. While in Draganac, we were able to help with many different ministries. One such ministry was at a local thrift store. This store allows the missionaries to meet the people of the community in a practical way, and they've seen a great deal of success through it. We were able to help them finish off some projects, including building a wall in front of the building, helping with inventory, and constructing some shelving, as well as some odds and ends around the store. We also had the opportunity to help out with other practical projects, including repainting a fence at the nearby church plant of Marunse. Some of the best memories from our time in Draganac came from our time with the youth. They were so much fun, and we had a blast playing games and hanging out with them. We actually ended up holding 6 youth events instead of the 2 that we had originally planned on. This was the biggest youth event that we did while we were there. We played some games, sang a lot of songs, and shared a testimony. We were so blessed to get to fellowship with them and have fun together and tell them about Jesus.
It's a success, or some might say, W. Oh.
It was pretty amazing to see what God was doing in this small city. And before we left, we took the time to pray over the city that God would send workers, as well as work in the hearts of the people there. Shortly after that, we headed off to Craiova. Craiova was a much larger city, and our goal was to support Hope Church in establishing a new church plant. We started by leading the morning service, which involved singing, sharing a testimony, as well as preaching. The church plant in Craiova faced the challenge of reaching a lot of people. and our team was able to help them by engaging in street evangelism. We would take to the streets with flyers, meeting people and inviting them to attend various events. At these events, we would organize games, showcase talents, as well as just have fun activities. We hosted these events so that we could share the message of Jesus with the people who came, as well as providing opportunities for them to connect with the church. Through these times of street evangelism and the events that we put on, we had many chances to talk with a lot of different people. We got to tell them about Jesus and to see them get connected to the church. It was great to see God working through a type of ministry that most of us hadn't done before. We also had the opportunity to help out in various other ministries at Hope Church. These included English as a second language classes, handing out supplies for those in need, as well as an eyeglass ministry, where we provided glasses as well as basic medical information and prayers for anyone who came in. While in Craiova, we had the chance to visit a few Roma communities. The Roma were on the outskirts, both in location and society, and they face a lot of discrimination. This means that for most, the only jobs are seasonal and often required traveling to other countries for work, leading to poverty for many. Two of the missionaries we met in Craiova, Tavi and Hannah, were considering if God was calling them to serve in the Roma community. We had the chance to work with them as they sought to understand if this was God's plan for them. Our team was blessed to be able to tell them about Jesus and how much He loves them. And despite all of their hardship, they warmly welcomed our team, and we were able to spend time with them, singing songs, teaching Bible lessons, and playing some games. It gave us a chance to be the hands and feet of Jesus.
We got to spend some time with the Roma kids, and it was so much fun. It was really good to just have fun with the kids, bring smiles to their faces, teach them some gospel truth, and yeah, I just really enjoyed it. So today we are at a park, one we haven't been to before. We're here and we've set up some stations for painting and for playing games and challenges so that we can interact with the youth and trying to build relationships so that they can come to church.
This was the last event we organized in Craiova to help Hope Church connect with the community there. It was a great time spent with the kids. We created art, played games, and shared with them about Jesus. The next day, we were back on the road, traveling through Bulgaria on our way to Thessaloniki, Greece. The missionaries with Hope Church in Romania had a vision to start a church plant in Thessaloniki to reach both the Romanian community there, as well as the surrounding people of Greece. Our team helped by interacting with the people of Thessaloniki and assisting the missionaries in figuring out the best ways to do ministry in this new environment. While we were in the city, we also did prayer walks. We would go through the various areas of Thessaloniki, stopping at various places and praying that God would send workers, as well as work in the hearts of the people there. As we traveled through Greece, we enjoyed the beautiful scenery. In the evenings, after our ministry activities, we shared many fun moments of laughter and joy, creating lasting memories together. Overall, our group felt grateful to see what God was doing in that part of the world, and truly blessed to play a small role in His work there. Throughout our time in Romania, God showed us what it means to live a life of ministry. We were involved in church planting in a variety of different contexts, including an established church, a newly set up church, and the pioneering work of starting a new church from the ground up. We experienced both highs and lows, but through it all, we learned that it is worth the sacrifice to go where He sends us. As we boarded the plane to head home, we felt mixed emotions. Although we were tired and ready to go home, we didn't want to leave. It's safe to say that Romania captured a small piece of all of our hearts.